Hi, I'm Jenny. Welcome to my channel where we focus on using ordinary materials to make beautiful things. It's a Motivational Monday. Yay. Sooner or later, I'm going to stop doing yay. I'm not sure when, but at some point I'm just going to be like, it's Motivational Monday. But I guess at that point, that means we'll need a lot more motivation. So yay. So we're back to our book. Last week we did the quote on perseverance. So this week I'm not sure what the quote is, but I know it's going to have something to do with flowers. So I haven't really decided what's going on the wording yet. But I have decided that I want to do a little bit of doodling. And I want to rescue this card. My husband gave me this card. He wrote me a message. These are cute little cards and they pop up and then you can write the message and then you can keep the card. And I've had this displayed on a shelf, and as you can see, it's a little worse for the wear. I have a cat who decided to, knock them all off and play with them. So I want to preserve this one before it gets too messed up. So my plan is, since I have an envelope, is to fold that back down and store this in the envelope here with the words of encouragement from my hubby. And so I'll probably write some kind of quote here about maybe flowers and things like that. And in the meantime, I would like to do some flowers and doodling and stuff on this page, and then I'm going to glue it in or use some washi tape to put it in. Because I'm not sure, I haven't decided yet if I'm going to use watercolor or markers when I get to the coloring part of it. I'm kind of leaning towards watercolor, and I don't want to do that on this paper. So I'm going to move this out of the way and do a little drawing, doodling here, just to maybe create some flowers. I'm not looking to draw exactly what's here. I'm just kind of looking at the shapes of some of the leaves, things like that. I like the pinky red colors. So I'm probably gonna, just kind of take my ideas from that. Maybe some of these, maybe some of the way the leaves are drawn here, that kind of thing. So I'm thinking I want to start maybe with kind of a rose, something in the center. When you want to draw a rose, the only real trick to doodling, I mean, if you want to, really draw one lifelike, there are other ways, but if you just want to kind of doodle a rose, just remember that your petals are going to stop in different places. So I've stopped one here, there's one stopped here, so I either want to stop it a little short or I want to pass where the last one was, so that it looks like things are wrapped, and it gives it that kind of wraparound look. And you kind of just want to, do those edges kind of doodly out there. And if you get, one that's a little tighter, a little too dark, then, just even it out. It's okay. It's a doodle. Thinking maybe that's not the best one. I still haven't, I keep saying I'm going to go through and throw away the Sharpies that are not the best, but they haven't completely given up the ghost, and so I have a hard time throwing something away that still works, even if it doesn't work very well. No. There we go. So one of those maybe one down here that's bigger. Okay, I think we're gonna add some paint to this. I think we're gonna use some watercolors. Although, I don't know, I'm looking at it. Maybe we'll do the flowers in watercolor. Background. Yeah, I'm just looking at these tiny little spots. But that's okay. Maybe it's all right if they're wet. So let me grab some watercolor. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I got a couple of sets of watercolors. I brought my metallic ones. I was thinking I might do the background in a metallic, maybe that kind of gold or the coppery. And then I'm just going to use the regular watercolors for the flowers and the leaves and things. So I think we might start with the background. Should we start with the background? Nah, let's start with the flowers and see where we go. So one of the reasons to use Sharpie, if you're going to do this, is so that it doesn't run when you put water on it, because Sharpie is a permanent marker, so it's not reactive with the water. So I'm going to use kind of a wet on wet technique. I'm going to start with the darkest color in the center and kind of just let it bleed out to Okay, I'm going to set that aside to dry, and we'll work on the envelope. So let's put that over here. We have to help it along, I don't know, the heat gun. Okay, so we know this is going to be inside, and we need a quote here. Seems like we might want that to be something besides white. Let's see. We could throw a little paint on there. I don't think so. I think we'll do some book page on there. So I will be right back, and hopefully the paint will be dry, and I'll have some book page and a quote, and we'll be ready to finish this up. Okay, I'm back. I was going to put some book page in, and I decided I found this and thought it would be pretty over here and that it would go well with our page here. Be very kind of calming. This week is kind of more calming than some of the busier things from the last couple of weeks. So it's just nice to have a change. So I'm going to set that aside still. It's pretty dry, I think, and we'll work on the quote here. The one I found is, flowers don't worry about how they're going to bloom. They just open up and turn toward the light. So I like that. And I think, I don't think I'm worried too much about, I have plenty of space, so I think we'll just kind of start writing. And I know every time I say that, it's like I end up with it being crazy. But so we're going to try it again. We're just going to try to, there we go. Yay. And we've got a little bit of space at the bottom, so it kind of maybe leaves a little border. Maybe we could, do a couple little, there we go. Oh, for once it worked out and I didn't, map it all out. That's amazing. Must be good sign. So that's going to go here. And our card's going to go on the inside. So grab the blue glue stick. Get this on here. I know today's isn't really a collage. I just kind of felt like painting today instead. So doodling a little. It's your book. Do whatever makes you happy in your book, right? Okay. I'm gonna tuck that in. I just love this. It's just too bad that it's being torn up a little by my cat. So off the shelf it goes and into the book. But that's okay. It's a good place for it in here. It'll be safe. It's there for me to look at whenever I want to. And then this one goes over here. I think this is going to be really pretty. Okay. The paper buckled on me a little bit because I didn't use watercolor paper. I used mixed media paper, which is, meant for all kinds of media, but it's not quite meant to be as wet as watercolor is by itself. Usually mixed media has other elements, so it just doesn't get that wet. And I cut it so it was just a little smaller than the page, so it'd be kind of framed out a little bit. All right. I think I'm really liking that. It's different. It's something we haven't done in a while. And it's a lot of fun. It was just kind of relaxing to do a little bit of doodling, do a quote, save that card that my lovely Lochinvar gave me. So I hope you enjoyed our time together today. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. That's really helpful. Anytime you leave me a comment or like my video, it moves me up with the engine, the SEO, the engine with YouTube, because it shows that people are interacting on my channel. So that's always very helpful and an excellent way to give me a boost. And I really appreciate it when you do that. So until next time, remember, use what you have to make your life more beautiful. Bye.